My quote of the day that I posted was about community. I wanted to touch a little bit about what that means to me. So, community is something that I feel like just as humans, we are always searching for. And I know that that's 100% the case for me. When we moved, both times that we've moved, community has been something that we've had to build and develop and search for. And usually when you move somewhere new, you're able to build community relatively quickly for the most part. You develop relationships when you take your kids places. You develop relationships through work. You develop relationships through friends of family, things like that. And when we moved, community was something that I sort of assumed would just naturally develop as normal. And then COVID hit. And you couldn't gather, you couldn't develop community, you couldn't be around other people. And I really struggled with that, both in terms of finding, places to thrive and have support when, we needed it. Also, everything was closed, having daycare be shut down, a lot of community interpreting. There were, all sorts of hoops that you needed to jump through to make it safe. And that just wasn't an option. And so not only did I find myself struggling emotionally with trying to find support and find community. Yes, we had family, but even family we weren't really able to go see. And so I really struggled a lot with that. And we also, we were struggling financially. Times when I normally could go work in the deaf community, some of those opportunities weren't there. Times when I normally would be able to, maybe work a part-time job for the summer, things like that. Those opportunities were not available. There was nowhere you could go. There was nothing you could do. And we were living paycheck to paycheck because when daycare's not open, mama can't work. And so that was around the time that I found my MONAT business. And I didn't start selling MONAT because I just wanted to sell stuff to people. I started doing MONAT because when I was earning money, I was not happy with my hair. I hated how it looked. I hated that I had to wash it so many times. I hated that it never did what I wanted it to. And I hated that I just didn't feel pretty with the amount of effort and time and what have you that I was putting in to try to make it look nice. And so I started out as a customer, but I became a market partner for the community. I needed support. I needed to feel like I had something that I was doing for me. Because as much as, you love your kids, you love being a mom, sometimes you need something that's just for you. And I was able to find that kind of support within the MONAT community. People that I, honestly, until I earned the Vegas trip last year, had never met in person. I felt like were rooting for me and wanted to see me succeed and wanted to see me do big, scary things and be brave and bold and empowered as a mama. Because I won't lie, I love my kids, but being a mom does not come super easily. And there are people who just, it's their passion, their purpose. They have so much patience, but I am 100% not that person. And so finding community through this business has been life-changing. I've been able to make friends and, remember that not all community is local to you. Sometimes they're, in Arizona, or they're in Indiana, or they're in Illinois. Sometimes, community can be everywhere. And it doesn't have to mean right next to you or people that you grew up with or people that think the same as you, look the same as you, have the same ideals as you. And that's something that I really love about this, is that you can show up, and I'm getting so emotional about it. I don't know if it's just me being pregnant or just because that's how I feel about it. But you can show up as you are. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to be an Instagram model. You don't have to be the perfect mom. You don't have to have 1 billion recipes and life hacks in your back pocket, 1 million followers. And you don't have to be something you're not to be successful or to be accepted. And that's meant everything to me. And the fact that, no, my goal with this business was not to, right out of the gate, make a crazy amount of money, quit my job, join the circus, what have you. But we've been able to earn enough to where we could start making smarter financial choices for our family, to where it gave us options. And we're still on the path working on financial freedom, but we were able to start the debt snowball so we could actually work on getting out of debt. We were able to replace our water heater when it broke and we couldn't take hot showers and the kids couldn't have hot baths. That's not super glamorous. It's not a car. But it was a really big deal. And it was a time when we were really struggling and we really needed it. And so if there's anything I can say, it's that if you don't think that you can afford to start a side hustle, then that's exactly why you need to start one. Because you just don't know. And you honestly, and I know for me, I didn't realize how badly I needed that community until I had it. And I can promise you that's one thing you would never regret, is building friendships and finding validation and feeling supported and like you're getting to help people. That's exactly what this business is. You do earn money selling products, but it's honestly so much more than that. You have community, you're building relationships, you're helping people. And for me, a lot of the people that are clients of mine and a lot of my team, they're moms. And we're going through the same stuff. And things that no one tells you about having babies is how hard it is to feel like you. And these people get it. And that's awesome. And you feel supported and valued and like you have a lot to offer. So if community is something that you are searching for and building the life that you want brick by brick, maybe it won't happen in 5 days. Maybe it won't happen in 5 months. But it'll happen, especially if you really want it. And if nothing else, who couldn't use an extra, I don't know, a couple $100 a month to be able to buy brand name groceries or fix your water heater when it breaks or replace something in your house that you know you've been putting off because it's expensive and you feel like you have mom guilt about it. So if you want to chat about that, I am happy to answer any questions that you have, because I know what a huge impact this community has had on me and my family, and I want that for you.